after my first 12 months of being stationed at Townsville, Somalia had kicked off, and that was the UN's, United Nations contribution to Somalia, and the American-led Operation Restore Hope. So it was an area that was basically corroded with chaos. The government, there was no law, and we were tasked to sort of re-establish law and order and provide humanitarian aid and relief to that area, which was exciting. Again, it's finally, it's like you've done your apprenticeship and then you finally get to work on your first car as a mechanic and away you go. So we were sort of, there was a lot of excitement over there. We did I think it was about a month preparation before we deployed, and that was more along, again, they do it really well these days, but we were like, post-Vietnam, we were probably the biggest deployment at that stage. So we really had to sort of focus on, where we were going, the cultures, the people, the environment, and I think we learned a lot from the old Iraqi war, where we had that Bravo 20 patrol where, they're in the desert, but you see them at night time and they're rugged up with jumpers, and it was sub-zero temperatures at night time. So, we're sort of preparing for everything. And suddenly I remember one of the greatest things too was we were sent over there by Qantas on a plane. So we deployed two ships. I think it was a HMS Jervis Bay and the Tobruk. And we deployed a lot of the military personnel via aircraft. And it was Qantas, because I remember the stewardess as we were leaving the ship at Mogadishu the plane at Mogadishu, and she was thanking everyone and saying, enjoy your trip, hope you have a great trip and everything. And someone said, you understand that we're actually deployed to a combat zone here, it's not a holiday. And I remember her face just changing, and then she ran down the stairwell and she wanted to hug and say sorry to everyone that she'd already shook their hand, because she realised that, some of us may not be coming back from here. We walked down the gangplank, stood on the airfield at Mogadishu, and then they opened fire at us. So there was a couple of towers, and they just started unloading, it would have been, AK-47, 7.62 ammunition at us. But it came, and there was a couple of hundred soldiers on the ground with no weapons. They were all still under the plane, so we all sort of scattered, and that was our introduction to the environment that we were about to enter.